Okay, so now we're going to go through a demonstration. Let's say that you have a straightforward setup where your chassis is compatible, your power supply is compatible, the IOs are compatible, the peripherals and the P commons, everything is compatible, and all you need to do is just to upgrade your ME to an MX card, right? There is no modems, no EME cards. This will be straightforward. So you will order a kit, and the kit will include, of course, your MX card. It will include a cable like this cable, depending on the regulation and the area. So this is a 9751239 cable. Again, that's a 9751239 cable. And a power cable ferrite clamp. This is basically for EMI reduction. Okay, so these three items, once you install the three items, your upgrade is done. Okay, so we will start with the first thing first. Okay, so first thing, we're gonna replace our ME card with an MX card. To do that, make sure the power is turned off and it is cut from the main source to your chassis. Okay, it's very simple. You would take out the screws on both sides of the ME and then pull out the ME card. Make sure the MX card line up to the guiding rails. Once you hear that click, it means that the MX is in place, secure. You secure in all the 4 screws, and then your MX is in place and you're ready for step number 2, which is to install the 0-volt cable. Alright, to install the 0-volt cable, basically what you have to do is you have to connect this jumper here between the ground and the 0-volt Phoenix connector. Okay, and then this part you would have to connect to the back west term, and on the west term you have to connect it to the 0-volt on the west term. So I'm going to show you that. What I did in order to demonstrate this is I've loosened the back plane from the D20-MX just for demonstration purposes. You really don't have to do that. You can leave the screws in and it's very easy to reach in there and put this cable, but just to simplify the demonstration, I've taken the screws out and I've loosened this backplane. Okay, so if I open it up, as you can see, here is the 0-volt connection, and so you basically take this part of the 0-volt cable, okay, unplug the cable that's in the 0-volt, connect it to this side of your 0-volt cable, and then connect your cable to the 0-volt connector on the backplane. That's it. This is as far as connecting it. And once you do that, you would pass it securely. Of course, there is places to put ties and to secure that cable in place, so it's highly recommended that you secure the cable in place with these ties. And then we would take the jumper, locate the 0-volt, and the ground, and then we would connect one side of the jumper to the 0-volt and the other side of the jumper to the ground. So here I'm connecting my 0-volt, make sure it's secure in there. And again, like I said, depending on your area, your regulation, this cable might change, or you might have a hard jumper in there, depending on your upgrade order. So that's about it. This is step number 2, which is to connect the 0-volt cable, and all we're doing is we're trying to decrease the interference with the MX board. The last step is, if you have a power cable here, then we need to connect the power cable clamp. This is how the power cable clamp basically looks like. So it's just a ferrite core, and what we do with it is you basically make a loop where the power cable is connected, right? Just like that. Okay, and then you pass the loop through the middle of this cable and the job is done. Okay, so once you have connected your power clamp as close as possible to the power supply, you have connected your 0-volt cable, you placed your MX in there. Now your horizontal MX chassis is ready to be turned on, and considering that everything is compatible, you will be ready to configure your chassis.